Preview.
In settings, episode 80, Friday. Thank God.
It's been a hell of a week.
Oh, rough. Trevor Rogers. I knew when that first blast went to the track, the one that Starling Marte caught was one of those, top 10 catches that they should probably warm somebody up in the bullpen. And not too long after that, pop, boom, out of the park.
Yep.
So they probably just left him in a little bit too long, but he was pitching great. Great.
It was interesting.
Good win for him.
I was interested to see what they did because we had. I mean, it was. You never see us break out like that. It was unbelievable.
It was fire.
We had we were up 11 to 1 at that point.
Yeah, we were at 1 point 10 to nothing, yeah. And then that
11 to 1, and then I think I would have brought in all the I would have pushed the limit. I think they wanted to get a win in the books. But if I was the manager, I'd have been I would have called up that pitching coach, get me deep down in that rotation. I want to see some boys.
Yeah.
I want to see some arms here.
Yeah. And then we got to see Lewin Diaz play at first. Didn't do anything with the bat. That guy's a speedy freaking cat.
He looked a little uncomfortable on first. Did you notice? I think the thing is Aguilar's so smooth the way he moves and everything. And it was funny that you say that because I didn't know of him. I was watching his play at first, and his footwork and everything. Yeah. He did look like a little uncomfortable. So,
that was his first time.
Yeah, I get it. No?
I can imagine the nerves. And then that one ball that Jazz got on the run and tried to whip it over there was off the mark a little bit. So he was.
But that wasn't. That was not his fault.
No, and they didn't count it as an error either because that was a well struck ball. So
yeah,
I'll tell you who looks really, really good and hitting their stride right now is Starling Marte.
Yep.
That guy is a freaking beast. Alfaro, every position player had a hit yesterday. And believe me, I guarantee the guys were busting Trevor Rogers' balls. What's up, bro? We all got hits, but you, man.
Yep.
All you had to do was lay down a bunt or something.
I was going to ask you, it was talk about it being a long week. Think about Alfaro got the bat right in the kidney, that guy, I got to tell you something. I was watching that with my daughter. And that guy with the frosted tips, he
that was lame. Dude, that's a lame haircut. Blue, cool. Frosted,
but he did,
not so much.
He did everything wrong, right? He hit the catcher with the bat, and then he goes to first.
Yeah,
is clearly out. To me, just in real time, it looked like he was out. He was so mad. He threw his helmet all the way down to right field. The guy just put on a show of how you don't play the game.
Right.
And one at bat.
Dang. So tonight. The Braves are in town. Man, it would be nice to get a couple wins against those.
So I got a question for you.
It doesn't get any easier.
Did you see they showed, our rotation, right? So they showed the three game by game, the Atlanta
three
pitchers.
Kings, I call them.
And then they showed us, it was Sandy backstopped with Pablo, and then to be determined as in the middle game.
Because it can't be Rogers since he went last night.
But the point is, the announcer made a great point of saying, we talk about, playing Atlanta and, you're hitting the big three. And he said, Miami, you come play Miami. And the stats were side by side, right? Innings pitched, ERA, games won. And it's, our guys were clearly superior to the Atlanta pitchers, right?
Right.
Our pitchers are better. And statistically right now. And he said, for the first time in a long time, you're coming into Miami and,
this is no joke.
Yeah, you're facing some people that are dealing.
Right.
It made me feel good. I was like, that's a great point, announcer, man.
Right. They still have, tremendous hitting power in Ozuna and Freddie.
No, don't get me wrong. It's
they're going to be balls flying out of the park.
No, it's going to be we got a tough weekend ahead of us. But from a pitching perspective, but then you got to feel good. The guys were seeing the ball last night.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then what do you do on Sunday? Do you do a pen day on Sunday?
No. They got Sunday. They have the gap is Saturday night.
So pen night Saturday night, Pablo on Sunday.
That's what they said on the
that
TV.
Makes sense because who is it?
Pablo's throwing Sunday. They just said to be determined for Saturday.
Maybe Jordan Holloway starts and then you run the pen on him. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, if Sandy can go deep into the game and Pablo can go deep into the game, you really don't burn up the guys. And Saturday night, you throw everything you got them in the kitchen sink.
Yep.
I'd love to sweep the Braves, man. But good series win against Colorado, although they haven't won a series all season on the road. So tough team.
Colorado looks terrible. Their uniforms
They got
look
a
terrible.
couple really good players, though. Some decent players. Charlie Blackmon, and that kid with the frosted tips is actually pretty decent and fast as hell.
Yeah,
he almost beat out that throw to first.
I thought, oh my God, it was like, it's funny how we get beat by Pittsburgh. We made Pittsburgh look like a contender, and then we play Colorado and just we exposed every weakness Colorado had.
But that was at home.
I know.
And we were road weary and injury riddled. So I think as we get these guys back, we still got guys that aren't playing. Brian Anderson, who knows what the word is on Sixto? Now he's throwing again. I don't know. I see his Instagram. He looks like he's pretty happy, doing whatever he's doing. But it's not playing for the Marlins.
But yeah, I mean, Sixto. It's funny that you say that because I'm in a case as a lawyer, and the opposing counsel is Sixto. That's the name of the firm. And I looked up yesterday. Something popped up on my screen. I'm like, oh man, what is Sixto doing? I looked him up to see. I keep forgetting. Once we get that guy back in the rotation,
yeah,
we really have a big three.
Yeah,
I mean, we got a big four.
Big four.
I mean,
and then let the other guys battle it out for that last one. Neidert, Castano, Jordan Holloway, Cody Poteet.
So
whoever's pitching the best.
You have some splaining to do, my friend.
Okay, about what?
You're always down on now. It's escaping me. He was playing third base.
Son Diaz.
No, the other guy.
Brian Anderson.
Oh man, in the infield, the smaller guy, Birdie.
Yeah,
you owe Birdie an apology. He's playing some good ball.
Yeah, a couple strikeouts last night. I could look at the box again, but yeah, he wasn't the best. Yeah, he's all right. He's okay, man.
He's a funny guy. It's funny.
He's a utility guy.
But that's the thing. He can play any position.
Yeah.
That's what's interesting about him. But I think he's playing better. I mean, it was interesting. The first base situation was interesting to me. They say that they're working out Aguilar at third base.
Wow.
Why would that be?
I don't know.
Seems
odd.
Seems
odd when we got Joe Dunnan who could pop up right now and play.
I know. That's where I'm going. I don't know. It's interesting. It's funny how our mood changed after a game like last night. I really was thinking a lot.
I wanted to shut out for Rogers. I was pissed when they got that.
I was thinking about our outfield, right? I mean, we do have a solid outfield right now.
Dickerson, really good defensive outfielder. Marte, Gold Glove. Duvall, Gold Glove.
Duvall has really grown on me.
Yeah.
They
still haven't fit. Marlins fixed his freaking walk-up song name. It's called "Call Me the Breeze," not "They Call Me the Breeze." Jesus, I'm going to talk to him about that when I get to the ballpark. Yeah, no one's going to listen.
I wanted to follow up on I loved yesterday's show.
So
I'm really excited about what's going on.
And I want to give out the games that are because tonight is Salute and Serve, and they have released the rest of the season of the Salute and Serve night. So I'm going to go ahead and give them. Obviously tonight, Braves 7:10 start. The next one is Friday the 25th of June, 7:10 against the Nationals. Then a bunch of Mondays, which are cool because I get out early on Monday. Yep. Dodgers on July 5th, Mets on August 2nd, Braves again on the 16th of August, and then September 20th, the Washington Nationals. All of those are night games on a Monday.
July 5th. That's a holiday. How can that be right?
Monday, July 5th, 6:40. Salute and Serve.
That's the day we're going to be off, I think.
Yeah, it is.
And a Salute and Serve against the Dodgers.
Perfect. I might have to wear my the Armed Forces Day hat.
Is that this one?
Camo? Here? No, the camo one.
Oh,
the camo.
What was this one for? It was like American Pride Night or something.
Yeah. My girlfriend got me that. Right now, I got to say something because
Heritage Night,
American Heritage Night. People probably hate that actually. American Heritage Night. Because I got to give a shout out to my little guy, girlfriend's grandson Logan. He's a huge Marlins fan. I bought him. Let me tell you, yeah, he's off school today and in the pool. So I got to give him a shout out. But here's something funny, a funny story about this little guy. I got him the big foam Marlins bat that's black with the Marlins logo on it, and the little ball, that's the foam also, so he wouldn't destroy the house.
And he's tattooing that.
He tattooed me right in the nuts. Actually, I mean, I don't know what you can say nuts on.
So you know my daughter calls it.
And the best part of the whole, like, listen, it's a foam ball. Although it was coming pretty fast, he is 4. He just fell over laughing, thinking it's the funniest thing. And meanwhile, I'm bent over like crying. So yeah, he's got potential.
So
I'm trying to teach him how to hit left-handed.
Being a father.
Hey, Logan.
Good job, Logan. Good job hitting him too.
Attaboy.
I always say one of the biggest parts about being a father is just the constant battle to protect your private parts.
Oh, dude.
Just getting stomped.
I got to wear a cup around that little joker.
I mean, the other day, my daughter just came, 8-year-old daughter just flew in like WWE style swan dive into the ring.
Give me the super fast snooker.
Yeah, just face first into the bed.
Boom.
But it was interesting. So she loves Fail Army. Do you know Howard? Is that something you got watch? Fail Army. So she watches every night a Fail Army video. And so like I learned about it from her. So we watch every night. And of course, half the videos are people getting, shots of the nuts. And
painful.
So she calls it peanuts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he got hit in the peanuts. So that's
pretty much. There you go. Logan's good at that.
Peanuts.
Tough little kid.
I was gonna say one other thing about that. It is interesting how old's Logan?
4.
I mean, the hand-eye coordination it takes.
Yeah.
And they you can. I teach kids live pitch, real baseballs, real bats at 4. They can hit live pitch.
Yeah.
I mean, underhand. I'm talking underhand. But I'm real big on the tee. But I'm also, as you know, that's one of my frustrations is you got to be able to hit a ball that moves.
Moving.
Exactly. So to me, it's a combination of both. But 4-year-olds can tattoo the ball. It's a weird, you think all that movement, and the biggest battle is elbow up, bat off the shoulder.
Yeah.
And once they get that and they come through, they're not turning, they're not doing anything, but they will hit the ball. It's amazing to see how quickly they get. They can't throw.
Right.
It's funny to see them with any coordination. They'll throw, but you can't teach them kind of properly throw it. That's a little bit later. But you can teach them to properly hit. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's super awesome. And I'm trying to get them to throw right, bat left.
Oh yeah.
When I was a kid, some of the dads would tie their son. Now you couldn't do this today.
Yeah.
I mean, would tie the right hand behind their back.
Yeah, no, I would do it. If I had a son, I would.
He would be tied down.
No, left. That's it. And it's interesting because I've got my daughter. I make her hit both ways.
Yeah.
To me, you got to be a switch hitter.
And
it's interesting because I think that being a switch hitter is just like I think it's good for your brain.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good skill to have. Like I don't know why we're not more encouraging kids to do things both ways.
Yeah.
I just think it stimulates your brain in a certain way. So
did that the other night, Sandy Leone.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was cool seeing him switch.
I like that guy. I like that guy a lot. However, I think moving forward, Alfaro is probably, since he came off the IL, has been playing pretty well.
Watching Sandy Leone do that, it reminded me of, we don't see this very often, but when we were kids, you remember how they would do those sports shows? And now you wouldn't do it because the people get injured. But it'd be like, who's better athletes, basketball players or football players? And they'd do all these, obstacle courses and all this stuff. And by the way, it was always the basketball players were the best, right? Remember, they were always the most athletic. But it reminds me of when I was around high level athletes, like you could take that guy that's never held a golf club in his life,
and he probably hit it pretty decent.
No, he'd just figure it out. Right, he'd whiff.
Unlike Charles Barkley,
who could never
figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. He'd take a few times, and where you see that is in the NFL on Hard Knocks. Yeah. They'll do fun activities, and it'll be like they'll hand this this black linebacker a bowling ball, and he's never held a bowling ball.
Right.
And they'll show him, and it'll take him about 10 times.
And then he's good.
And he's figured it out. He's figured it out how to do it. Right.
Right.
It's and when seeing Sandy, I was like, of course that guy could switch it. It was funny seeing him.
Awesome. So tonight we got Sandy going for us. I forget who and I love how
Sandy, we talk about all the time, his pep talk in the thing, get me 4 runs and I will win this game.
Yeah, Morton, who's actually a pretty decent pitcher, 5-2.
Look at his ERA. It's way higher than Sandy's.
4.21, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what again last night.
And then Max Fried tomorrow, who's got a 4.63 ERA, and then Sunday Smiley versus Lopez.
Yep. And
what those got 5.82 ERA.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They showed that's the stat that I was looking at where we're
that makes me want to look up the Vegas line right now because
oh boy,
he's going deep. I'm going to give some predictions, and I got to give the winner of the promotional contest that we did.
Yeah, we forgot to hand it up.
I didn't do it yesterday.
Tommy, I apologize. I triggered you on your Russian gambling site.
You did. This isn't actually Russian. I think it's Serbian. It's only a Serbian site. Come on. So yeah, let's look at it. Let's see. All right, so opened up Marlins plus 120. Now it's plus 106. Plus 100 is basically even money.
Because of home.
7 over is minus 115. I like it. I think that's a solid play with Sandy on the mound against Morton. Tomorrow, Bahamian Heritage Night celebration, conch fritters, music, all the good things that come along with that.
I expect to see you in the. I expect to see you in the Junkanoo line.
I'm just looking to get some good food, really, and some good beers because they got it'll be a lot of fun and the music will be great. And then Sunday is the Hawaiian shirt giveaway. So I'll be having.
You've got to get that.
Oh, come on, dude! I'm gonna wear it every day. I don't know why I wouldn't. Why wouldn't I? Yeah. So a good weekend of baseball. I would love to look if we can win 2 out of 3 at home and split on the road. We're gonna win the division. We're gonna win.
I love it. I love that.
We're gonna win. Yeah, the optimism.
Love that bold call, man.
No, but it's true. If you could do that, we could take the freaking division.
Yep.
And we're gonna have plenty of chances against the Mets. Although the Mets are playing pretty good ball right now.
The Mets are returning to mean. They're actually playing like what they should play on paper. It's interesting to watch how slow that's been.
Yeah, and I'd be interested to talk to Grabkowski about the Mets. Maybe we do that next week.
He's out in somewhere.
He's Seattle. Thank you, Mike Grapp.
Yeah,
for the Miami
picks.
Mike for Sunday's tickets, which are great seats down there on the first base line down in the club section. Super cool.
That's a 1:00 start.
Yeah, they deliver the food and beer to you. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, those are the best.
And they got the restrooms down there. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm like, look at these peasants. Yeah. But that's where I caught the foul ball.
Yep.
And guess where that foul ball is now?
Where?
Logan's bedroom.
Oh yeah, so cool.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of attention today. I'll have to wean him off that. Teach him how to hit left-handed. So yeah, looking forward to the weekend of baseball. I was gonna go tonight for the salute and serve, and I usually do. I may go. I know my buddy Dave, and I think he's taking his son.
I reached out to Mike Caffey down in the Keys, who does the Canes report, see if he can go with me because he's retired, I think, in the Air Force, and take him there. So we'll go.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be super cool.
Yeah, unlike you, I'm gonna try to go every day.
Yeah, I'm still catching up from this video project that I've got going on, so it'll be nice to relax a little tonight. I think I'm going to meet Tony Bosch for a cigar and a glass of whiskey after later on this afternoon.
Awesome.
So I'm pumped up about that. But yeah, look, the Marlins last night looked like the Marlins that I saw at the beginning, or that we saw at the end of spring training.
They looked like
the end of spring training.
They were on fire.
Yeah. And look, I'm looking forward to Jazz tomorrow night or tomorrow afternoon because that's going to be awesome. He's going to be on full display, the peacock with all his feathers. And I'm serious. I'm pretty sure he's going to do the blue, black, and yellow. It
was funny because I was talking to someone last night.
I hope he does.
And we were arguing about Bahamian baseball, how many players there were in the league and stuff as another baseball guy.
Yeah.
And I was able to text him like Jazz just hit a home run, by the way.
Yeah.
As you're
big one too.
As you're disparaging Bahamian baseball heritage.
Deck.
Yeah, did you see that?
That was the longest of the three. Marte, and him.
They said on TV longest of the year.
Oh wow!
Did you hear that?
In Marlins Park?
They said I don't know if it was the Marlins longest or the longest for visitor teams and Marlins, but they said it was they said longest home run of this season.
Wow! Because remember that one Marte hit when we were at the game, and it went to that Budweiser sign up, and that was dead center.
Yeah, that was dead
center. That's pretty
too.
long ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd question that. I need to fact check that particular one because that ball was buried. But yeah, Jazz. I mean, how fast did you see the bat flip? It wasn't even a bat flip.
Yeah. Did you see Marte do the timeout that upset everybody? You could see the catcher, yapping to him.
Yeah,
it was interesting to see because I found it interesting. I was watching. I pay attention to that stuff, and I find that part of the game interesting because I felt like the game before the pitcher, whoever that reliever was, he took too long to deliver the ball.
Yeah, and
if I had been there, I would have been told the batters like have a count in your head, mess that guy up.
Yeah.
If he doesn't deliver the ball within 3003, that count, like step out, like start getting in his head.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't believe how long he took. And so I don't know if that was a follow up to that, but you could see how upset the pitcher was, how upset the catcher. You could see him jawing with Marte.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and jaw, but the guy went 4 for 5. So
no, I don't. What I'm saying is I don't know if it was strategic or if he was uncomfortable. It could have been innocent. But I have been seeing there's some ruckus with those Colorado pitchers. They're taking too long. You see it's just not good for the batter just to be sitting there.
Because you're in a routine.
Yeah.
You're in a routine, but you get up there, you take a couple swats, and then you get in the groove, and you're expecting a pitch to come in a certain. Yeah,
you're both in the routine, and it's interesting because I'm a tennis fan, and it's like it's a sportsmanship thing in tennis, but you see the eye contact, the guy. I'm in my routine. You're in your routine, but before I serve it, they'll either show the ball or they'll make contact to make sure, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. And then they do it. And so it's funny seeing the dance is a little bit different in baseball, but you saw that it got disrupted. I just thought it was a little thing that happened that I thought was interesting that I think we're talking about speeding up the game. And part of that is these pitchers. I don't know what he's doing that long on the mound. It just seems unusually long, slows down the game. So anyways,
so is the French Open finishes this weekend?
I think it's the final Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, because I think the semi is probably the best match of the whole thing, which is Nadal versus the Joker, Djokovic. And normally I don't watch tennis, but it was on outside at the tavern the other day, and I happened to be there.
Yeah,
odd. And I was watching the Joker versus the kid from Italy or whatever he was from.
Yeah,
great match.
Yeah.
And but they had a curfew in Paris, so by midnight everybody had to be
clear
home.
Out. Yeah.
So they kicked all the people out, and then
finish.
20 minutes later they finished the match. Yeah,
that's interesting.
It was 4 sets too. It was great. It was great.
Yeah, it's funny for us tennis fans. It's like a watching a match like that. It's like a boxing match.
Yeah,
it's a very emotional battle between two people.
Yeah. And then I would have a feeling that it would suck to have that delay for that long.
Oh yeah,
because you lose your momentum, you lose the vibe, you get a little bit tight. Yeah,
especially and I hate to say it, but it's true. Even you're older. That's the other thing. You're 20 years old.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's
But I have a feeling Nadal's going to be. I mean, that guy owns clay. That's probably the end. But I think that's going to be Battle of the Titans whenever that match is. Yeah. Maybe it's today. I don't know. I don't follow it close enough to know.
Also, last shout out to
Wayside Market.
Yeah,
forgot about these guys.
Wayside.
The best mango smoothie in Dade County on the way in.
57th
Red Road.
Yep, 57th and Old Cutler right at the intersection.
So good, that place. And then you can get I got the freshly cut watermelon in a little package, so I can feel like I'm healthy after I gobble down 3 Egg McMuffins. Yeah. So
I love Howard's laughing over there.
Plus, I get to practice my Spanish because the girl that works there at the very limited English.
Yeah, that's good. So make you work in Spanish.
Yeah.
The shout out FSU came up short last night. College softball World Series. Oklahoma won. Came from behind. Won the last 2 games to win that. So, great season for the Noles. Came up a little bit short.
Yeah, they'll be back. That's a good program they got up there. All right, so Sandy on the hill tonight. Let's beat these Braves, man. I think my second most hated team is
after the Mets.
After the Mets is the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah. No,
they might be tied for second.
I told you that's our trademark phrase is the hated Braves. The Braves are Braves are number one. I think as a kid, we'd always watch. I'm not a kid. I was in high school. It's like, whatever. TBS.
Yeah.
So you'd always watch them.
You're either a Cubs fan if you lived down there.
WGN.
WGN, or
that was the same in North Florida, by the way. That's what we had.
Or TBS.
And the Cubs sucked, and the Braves sucked.
Well, no, but the Braves eventually
later
got
on.
good.
But when I watched it with Dale Murphy and all those, Phil Niekro,
Bob Horner,
they sucked.
Yeah.
Although I got to tell you, did you watch the highlights last night of who was it that was throwing with an L? I think it was Elite Later.
Yeah.
Throwing.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
like someone's dad out there.
Yeah. Did you realize? And his son is a badass pitcher too.
Oh, really?
At Vanderbilt, I think. But I didn't realize this. But yesterday was the anniversary of us being awarded the franchise.
Yep.
And at the same day, Colorado Rockies got one.
Yeah. No, it's cool how they did that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, to see those pictures of Huizenga at that age, like he was a
Crazy.
young dude. Like it was, not young, but I mean, he looked like he was like 45, 50.
Yeah.
Like it was interesting seeing that old footage. And I would have been in law school. What year was that? 94?
No, 93 or no, it couldn't be. It had to be 19. If it's 30 years, it's 91.
91. So yeah, I was in law school.
Yeah.
And it was funny. It seems so weird at the time. Like I got to tell you, maybe reflect on how the franchise done, and then they always show that shot of the two, World Series pennants, and it's like, man, they can't take that away from us. We've won two World Series,
no matter what.
They
can never
take
even
that.
Even if they dismantled the teams right after that.
Yeah,
we still have the trophies, so that's cool. All right, so looking forward to this weekend of baseball. There's some other really good sports things going on, Roland Garros and whatever else. But what about hockey playoffs too? So
yeah, we're in.
I'm actually cheering for the Avalanche to.
They lost.
They're out.
They're out. So it's Vegas versus Montreal Canadiens.
Ooh.
And Tampa versus Islanders. It's good.
Okay.
I would encourage anyone to watch.
So I guess I'm going to cheer.
It's going to be
because I'm not going to cheer for Canadians.
It's going to be good.
When
it's going to be
Lord
good.
Stanley's
hockey.
Cup belongs in the United.
I got to tell you something. I'm going to cheer for the Canadians, but those games are fun in the Vegas, like the way they do it, the pageantry, and it's been funny. We put off putting a franchise for anything in Vegas, and now they've got football, and it's like it's gonna be good for Las Vegas. I mean, Las Vegas is good for America as far as the sports go.
Absolutely.
Like just watch the intros every night that they do at Vegas. I mean, it's a show in and of itself.
It's a show city. That's what they do. That's what they do. Is the production level is super high. But being a Blackhawks fan, I got to cheer for the West. So it's got to be Vegas for sure. All right, Howard, way to do it, man. Let's flip the M tonight again. Go fish.
You got
Episode 80.
Have a good weekend.
In the books.
Preview.